on fire and smoking in the middle of an unsuspecting Southern California neighborhood with 3 bodies inside. One tied up, another stabbed, all found shot 9 years ago.
And so I started shouting, and I called 911.
A week later, another body found in a car, 4 dead, and nearly a decade later, first-degree murder convictions. The wild details all tied to the cartel coming into focus for the first time.
The cartels are deliberately sending a very strong message not to cross the cartel and not to testify against the cartel.
Former FBI Supervisory Special Agent Jim Eggleston looking at the case with us. 33-year-old Raul Flores from Phoenix, convicted in California for the 4 murders among other charges. 2 of the victims from Glendale and Phoenix, one of them just 19 years old. According to authorities, Flores was hired by the mastermind of the attack, a man who had been cut out of 2 brothers' drug dealing business, run by the Sinaloa cartel. Flores drove from Phoenix to California with AK-47s and handguns. Before the car fire, Flores and accomplices held up multiple people at gunpoint in an apartment in Orange, California, before killing them. They then went to another apartment and stole safes, money, and more than $60,000 worth of heroin before forcing another victim into a car and killing him too, his body found days later. Eggleston says cartel investigations can be some of the most difficult.
It can often be very difficult to get records from Mexico, either because they're not maintained the same way we would do so here. It can be difficult to get cooperation from Mexican authorities because the cartels obviously exert a lot of influence and corruption.
Eggleston says it's surprising the cartel would use a hitman from the U.S.
That's what may have led to his conviction.
In this case, there were so many people involved, which could provide more witnesses to police, but that is a catch-22.
The intimidation factor, people don't want to come forward, people don't want to be identified. It's different. Witnesses are rightfully afraid of retaliation in those cases.
The mastermind of the attack ended up being killed himself in Mexico. While Flores now awaits sentencing, officials say this isn't over. There are still 2 suspects wanted for murder.
No, it got to be some young guys running the cartel business now because they're getting too sloppy. Usually they are the most calculated, the most premeditated criminals out there to do what they do and then usually get away with it. Even the news is saying these cartels usually hire hitmen and other guys from Mexico where you can't track them. And then now they're hiring, I guess, criminals from the States, which are easily tracked by the U.S. government. Wow, these cartels are getting very sloppy out here. Let me know what you guys think.